So I'm curious, at least from your perspective, how do you see having FedRAMP High authorization remove friction in proposal reviews, security approvals, and customer due diligence?
So in our experience, and I think this might ring true for other people too, the single biggest delay in getting new tools into the proposal team's hands isn't the technology review.
Right.
It's the security review, the compliance side of things.
Absolutely.
And that's, I think, especially true in the federal space, right? So your ISSO has their own checklist. Your prime has vendor security requirements that you need to meet. And increasingly, your customers are conducting their own due diligence checks on your supply chain too. If your AI platform can't produce a clean, verifiable, point at it and say, here you go, type of evidence to these questions, it can really stall the process. And stalling could just mean slowing down, but losing weeks in that process. Or worst case scenario, it could mean that tool just doesn't get approved. You don't get to use it.
Exactly. Yeah.
FedRAMP High authorization, I think, really eliminates that friction in that process. So your tool is listed on the FedRAMP High marketplace as authorized. Your ISSO has a package ID, a date of authorization, not just like a white paper that they point to. You can hand your prime marketplace link saying, here you go, this is the tool we use, right. Not just like saying, oh, we're secure, we've checked ourselves, and hoping they take your word for it. You don't need to go through the process of mapping your controls onto their requirements.
Right.
You can just say, here you go. Right. And that just simplifies everything. And when the due diligence gets specific, the answers that you can give are concrete. So ITAR ready, restricted to US persons, all data at both processing and storage at rest, it resides within the US. All infrastructure is in the US. All system access is US persons only. Also, some other sides of this, there's no internet-connected agentic AI flows. All the workflows are contained within the environment. This also extends to things like egress controls, where every egress from the boundary, so every API call, every external query, all of those need to be vetted and allow listed rather than allowed by default, which is true in many commercial environments, for example. We also have the continuous monitoring of over 400 controls in place and the NIST compliant, like security incident reporting obligations and the process to back that up in place too, with like 1 hour notification, etc. These aren't just like commitments or like, hey, things that we say we do. They're things that we do, and an auditor has verified that we do independently, and it's all part of the security package that's available there.
It's so important for people to kind of understand the level of rigor and complexity and the extra mile that we've taken organizationally to ensure compliance with all those requirements.
Absolutely. And that changes the procurement conversation
right.
From let us explain why our security is adequate, let's hope you trust us and are convinced by this, to here's a listing, here's the authorization, and here's the authorization date, here you go. That just simplifies the process immensely, I believe. For companies that are trying to maintain good standing with the federal government, and that especially for small and mid-sized contractors, compliance finding can be an existential thing for them, right?
Right.
So this level of compliance and authorization, it's not just a nice to have. I understand it to be basically a condition for doing business in the space.
I'm thinking as you're talking that there's a compounding benefit here, and that is once the tool clears security review for one contract, the authorization carries across your entire portfolio.
Oh, interesting.
Right, so you're not re-justifying the tool every time you pursue a new opportunity.
Gotcha.
Your proposal team just uses it.
Yeah,
and we're coming back to this idea of efficiency, right? Because we're in the right place, using the right platform already. The way your proposal team uses any other approved system is the way they're going to use this proposal platform, because it already meets that authorization level approval. And that's when AI actually becomes part of the process instead of a one-off experiment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And that's where you want to get to, that it's part of your process. It's speeding everything up rather than just a proof of concept, just something on the margins.
Exactly. Yeah. Completely integrated into what you're doing in the business.
Gotcha.
Into your business process and practices. Exactly.